All right, this is going to cover you for a Cadillac SRX 2011 and up. I believe wherever it starts at. And this will be for problems with the power windows and power motors, driver, passenger, and rear. So I'm going to show you the diagrams. Basically, this customer called me out. He actually originally thought it was the body control module that was bad. That's why his passenger window wasn't working, and he said his rear windows weren't working. So I pretty much got everything fixed. I did clone his BCM using our OBD Star Keymaster G3. Just dropped, available on our website, globalcommerceca.com. Definitely check that out. Also, check out our sale. We got a sale going on right now, guys, for the Ultimate CAN Bus Tester. $20 off coupon right now, limited time for 12K subscribers at the filming of this video. So let me show you on this window, okay? So on the driver door, here is the switch, right? So driver, passenger, rear, left and right. So they get power from, this switch gets powered from, if you see this red and white wire here, that comes from the fuse box in the rear. And this gives power to this switch and also to the controls of this mirror. So right now this mirror is not working, and none of these work, but the driver door does work. So I can lower and raise this driver door. That's because this does not require power. It just sends a signal to the motor that already does have power. So it will work like that. But these are not working because these require power from here, which there's a break in the line from here to the fuse in the back. And let me show you the fuse in the rear. Here we are in the back of the car, and the fuse box is located here. It's not labeled very well, but this 5 amp fuse right here, as you can see on them, it says mirror window module. So that is what should supply power, and we do have power here at this fuse. So, but it's not reaching to this door, which means there's a break in the wire. However, it runs from here to make it up here through the door and make it to the switch. Customer elected a cheaper option to run a bypass, just run a secondary wire to power that door. That should solve that problem. Now, on the passenger door, it should work the same way, the switch, as long as you have power and ground to the motor and the signal, which we have, that motor should operate. And as long as there's no break in the wiring, of course, from that motor to the switch, it should work. You should be able to, with power, you should be able to turn up and down this window. If you cannot, there might be a damage in the wiring to that window switch from the motor. In this case, the customer cannot lower and raise this window. It's completely dead. I did check the green line. There's a green data line that's communication. It's a LIN bus communication line. If you haven't seen the network diagram, you will. And that green line is bridged from this motor to this motor and to this cable here. I believe it is that one, which should be number 5. Okay, that green line there is the LIN bus communication, and it goes to the BCM on 6. This is connector 6, this is 2. And 6, this green right here, as you can see the position, I believe that's 21. And that is what feeds the LIN communication to these switches. So these are data lines, okay? So you can get B error codes in the BCM if there's something missing. It cannot communicate with one of these data lines. Now the rear windows, you can also operate all the windows from this BCM. If you have a capable scanner, we do have capable scanners available on our website, globalcommerceca.com. Definitely check it out. And on connector 2, and I believe it's here, it should be a gray wire. If you can see that, I believe it's that one right there, that gray wire. I think it's on the second row actually. Yeah, it is. Yeah, here it is. It's gonna be hard to see it, but that gray wire in front of that green wire, the back on the blue connector, is the data line, the LIN bus data line that goes to the rear doors. And both rear doors are work on the same premises. So you would just troubleshoot the same way using the diagrams I've shown here. So my next step on this Diag is I'm going to confirm that the wires from the switch are actually making it to this motor. If they do, then I'm going to call this as a bad motor, and that's the reason it's not operating, because I've already tested the grounds and the powers, and they are good. All right, passenger door. At this point, I'm going to call it the motor because I've got, this is the down signal from the switch, the brown wire. So you saw the diagram on the wiring. So these three at the back, the blue, brown, or tan, and purple. The tan is the down signal. So when you hit the down switch, it should send a ground to that cable right there. And I just pressed it and we got a ground. If you heard the difference in the tone. So here it goes. I'm going to press it here on the switch. And you see that? We got a ground. So that tells me that the signal is making it to this motor, but the motor's not responding. And these are the main powers and grounds to this motor. Power, which is the red, and the black, which is next to it. And that is fine. I've tested it with my test light. So I'm going to call this as a bad motor. Found the problem. I opened this to find the red wire, and I believe this is it. It's a red with a white stripe right here, and it has power, right? But here I have no power. So that could mean either there's another one that's fed in here that is broken, or let's see another. No, that's a different color. So this might be the only wire. So that would mean there's a break inside here, because this is a very thick wire. This probably goes to the motor. So I don't see any other ones. There's a break or disconnect inside the wire harness here. So we're gonna need to take off this panel. All right, so here it is. I pulled the door panel off. As you can see, there's where it comes in. And this is the same red and white wire. And you can see we got power, and we got power on both sides. See that? So it's making it all the way through here. So there's a break further on down. All right, I found the problem. This clasp was not all the way engaged, so the connection was intermittent. So now, as you can see, we've got our light on here that works as it should. I can put down driver's window, up and down, passenger. They changed that regulator. That's a brand new window regulator. That was bad. This one. And that's it. 100%, guys. And remember, guys, if you didn't know this, now you know. And knowing is half the battle. Guys, I got the lab working overtime on the Ultimate CAN bus test. We got them in stock. Don't forget the discount code 20 off. Head over to globalcommerceca.com and pick yours up today. Troubleshoot your problems rapidly, man.